Hello, I'm Jess from Studio Ball Evolution. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I am excited. I'm going to be teaching you preparations for pirouettes. So this is going to be the first tutorial out of 3 or 4. So just go nice and slow. Remember, I'm not there, so I can't correct you. So please be really careful and conscious of your alignment. Working in front of a mirror is really useful. As you can see, I have a block. We're going to be using, if you have a block, a pillow, something soft, we're going to be using that at the end to for our last exercise. So we're just going to put that aside for now. We're going to be working on pirouettes from 3rd or 5th. So actually doing the preparation for them. We're not turning today, but we're going to be learning how to do those. So important in ballet is our alignment and placement. If we are not correctly aligned and in a neutral alignment with our pelvis, you are going to struggle and it's not going to work. So we're going to be working first on pliés, which is the base of all ballet, right? We're always doing pliés. We want our hips at 12 o'clock, shoulders too. Remember that beautiful softness under the feet. So important to feel that softness under the soles of the feet. That's going to bring up that information through the body and to the central nervous system, which is going to be adjusting your alignment and posture. So if we grip, we're not sending those nice connections to the brain, right? So we want to be really soft under the feet, melting all 10 toes, that tripod feeling I've talked about. We want to feel that kind of as if we're soaking up the water from the feet, through the legs, through the spine and the core, up through the cervical spine, back of our necks, and that beautiful fountain. So we want to keep that at all times. From there, we're going to do a demi-plie. Make sure our knees are tracking over our toes, and our pelvis has to be really neutral. So when you're turning, imagine if I'm in 3rd position, imagine the angle of my turn if I'm here. I'm going to be going in a really weird direction, right? So important not to turn out from the ankles. That's actually making my pelvis do an internal rotation. We do not want that. We want to do the opposite, right? So really important, which is one of the exercises we're going to be using the block for, we want to feel the back part of our foot and the whole back of our legs. So when we're doing our demi-plie, I'm focusing on the pinky, the big toe, the heel, and moving from the back of the legs and having my knees over my toes and my back really straight. So we're going to go ahead and just do 3 pliés in either 3rd or 5th. So here we go. Demi-plie, nice and slow, coming up. And again, demi-plie and up. I'm going to go to 5th, but you can stay in 3rd, demi-plie and up. So that feeling is so important to turn. Let's do the other leg. Same thing. Make sure it's your turn out, right? And your turnout changes every day depending on how we slept, what we ate. Don't force. Remember, we talked about that in other videos, from the back of the leg and that beautiful spiral on both legs. So not turning out from the ankle, from the whole leg. Here we go. 3 pliés. Demi-plie. Feel your toes melting into the floor. And that beautiful fountain coming out of your head. So we're lifting up through the waist and the neck is nice and long. Good. I'll go to 5th and demi-plie. Fantastic. So that is your base for pirouettes. If you can keep everything nice and neutral, you are heading in the right direction. Let's make it a little more tricky now. Coup de pied. So if you're in a 3rd position, coup de pied up to a retiré is so important for a pirouette. If I'm moving from the top of my leg and my toes, I might shoot this way. What do you think is going to happen to my pirouette? I'm going to be going on an angle, right? We want to stay as neutral as possible. So what we're really working on with my beginner students is that scooping up of the toes, right? So imagine that you're going from the sole of your foot and that's going to your demi-point, and then you're scooping those toes up. We're activating our hamstrings. We're feeling that little fire under our glutes and our hamstrings. You can stop here, or you can go up to a retiré. And lower, back, down. So do you see, by scooping under and using the sole of my foot and all the back of my legs, I'm not affecting my hips, right? They're staying neutral. We need that neutrality, kind of neutral feeling, right, when we're doing a pirouette. So let's add a plie. Plie, coup de pied, up to that retiré, feel that fountain, and lower. Excellent, let's do the other side. So the first one without a plie. So in a nice third position. Nice coup de pied, scooping. So first in my demi-point, right? Then I bring my toes in, up to that retiré. If you feel like it, you don't have to do the retiré, and make sure it's your second, right? Don't try to open too much and lose your support leg. We're always spiraling, right? Lifting under the glutes. Good, back to third. Another plie. Now we're gonna do through that coup de pied, up. Feel the hamstrings working, sole of the foot lifting up. Feel under the glutes. That's gonna help you to stay up longer in your turns. Sliding that foot down, plie, and stretch. Excellent. Now we're gonna do the last part of this tutorial, which is gonna be two parts. So first we're gonna do on a releve, and then I'm gonna show you how to make sure you're not cheating with the block. So I would stop here if you have never done a releve on one foot, like a retiré with a releve. If you've never done that, please just wait and till you've learned it, and then follow. If you have done it before, let's go ahead. So I'm gonna go in a fifth position. You can be in a third, not a problem. And we're gonna do our plie. I need to snatch. So this foot, the sole of the foot, the heel is gonna lift up towards my inner thigh, and my toes are gonna come under me. So what I'm trying to do is have my plumb line as straight as possible, right? I don't wanna be going here. I want to go under me. So from here, I'm gonna snatch under with that nice feeling of the scooping under from the sole of the foot, lifting under the glutes, and I'm constantly going up. I'm constantly going up with my hamstrings, my toes, the sole of my foot, under the glutes. That will allow me to do more pirouettes. And lower. Good. We're gonna try that one more time. Plie, scooping under, snatching. Good. Lowering down, plie, and stretch. Let's do the other side, and then we're gonna make sure we're not cheating. You're gonna see in a second. Here we go, plie. So right now I wanna feel that lift under the glutes, not tucking, but a lift up, engaging my transverse, lengthening through my spine, snatching. Very nice. And if we can, not too much weight, right, on the bar. Good. We want to keep our posture nice and straight. So I'll show in third position when we're here. Plie, snatching, and lowering back to third. Fantastic. So let's make sure we're not cheating. This is so important because when people do pirouettes, this is one of the big problems. When they turn, they let the supporting leg go. That's gonna shoot your pirouette in a weird direction, right? And also you're not gonna have control, which is dangerous. So I'll put my bar sideways so you can see. I'll show you in third position and in fifth. So let's start in third. So I have the block. You see how the block is just cradling my back foot. What I don't wanna do, and you put it on your angle, right? If you're in third, it's gonna be more on a diagonal. So from here, when I go to do my releve, I don't want to do this. You see how I shot the block backwards and I lost all my turn up, my heel is facing back. We want to do the opposite. You do not want to move your block. It's going to be tricky. It may take you time to be able to do this properly. Do not feel discouraged if it doesn't work right away, but it goes to show you how we lose our turnout, right? So here, I do this a lot with my online students because I'm not physically there with them. We use a lot of objects, so you get to teach yourself and you get to learn kind of how to be a teacher at the same time. So it's really good. So from here, plie, snatching up. Do you see I didn't touch the block? And I'm nice and long through the spine, lifting under the glutes, lowering down, and trying not to shoot the block back when I go down. Good. Can we try this? So let's just do 2 per leg, okay? So as you can see, I'm not doing tons of reps. I think it's important when we're starting to let the brain digest. And if we do too many, you might do one wrong and then the brain gets confused. It doesn't remember how to do it properly. So I recommend once or twice, but really focusing. That's what we do in our classes. Sometimes less is more. So I'm gonna be in fifth. You can be in third position. Here we go. We're gonna do 2 per leg. Plie, snatch, lifting, 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 and lower down, and lift up through the waist as you lower and feel that fountain melting the toes. Good. One more. If your block move, just fix it. not a problem. Plie, feel the back, the pinky, the back part of your foot. Good, lifting up, lowering down, plie, and stretch. Fantastic. Let's do the other side. So what I meant is this whole part of the foot, make sure that we're not rolling, right? That you feel that contact. Good. We are almost done. You guys have done so well. And I guarantee you'll thank me later when you've got these most beautiful, gorgeous pirouettes and you know exactly what to do. Here we go. Plie and up. Not moving the block. Do your best. Good. Lowering down. And in your head, visualize that you're doing pirouettes. Imagine you're doing the most gorgeous pirouettes while you do this. Plie, up, scooping those toes, lifting, 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 and lower. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here with me today. As I mentioned, I will post another video with the next steps, which will be about the arms, the heads, and our core muscles. So thank you so much for joining me.